Did you
over the
have
course of
to eat
5
some
days.
sausages along the way? Did you?
Sausages? Nah, I actually didn't. I did. Nobody even offered. Like,
What? You went to Frankfurt and you didn't have any sausages?
oh, you mean actual sausage? Alright, I had actual sausage. Yeah.
Welcome to episode 16 of the DRT show. Today we're talking about Pokemon paintings, the iPhone catching up to the Nintendo Switch, Miyazaki getting ready to make another masterpiece, a new mod on the Game Boy scene has just arrived, and much more. Let's get into it. Welcome everyone to episode 16 of DRT show, and today I am with my handsome companion Graham.
Yay!
How's it going, buddy?
Episode 16. We're even closer to 20. Mind you said that last week? No, 30. We're almost halfway to 30. We're even closer.
I mean,
to
we are.
30.
We were halfway to 30 last week,
Aye.
and this week we are nearly there.
We're over halfway.
How's it going, buddy? How's your week been?
That's alright. So far, so good. I can't complain. It's been
Aye.
back to normality. Kids are back to school. I'm back to work. I got cool red filament for the printer, and I've added a battery to the best N64 controller. So
I love it.
it's been a good week.
I love it.
What about yourself, kiddo?
The best N64 controller.
The best.
Is that because of the stupid little prong thing not being in the middle?
No, but look, see, it's good because this is for video only. But like, see, you can hold it like that. Look, see, and play it like that, or you can be totally inbred and play it like that. So you've got the option.
You just
You've got
you
the
just
best.
like holding on to the third little prong, don't you?
I'm not gonna lie. The amount of times I've went to the middle. Somebody commented. I think it was on the YouTube, but it was like, if you ever feel useless, remember this controller's got a middle prong. And my God, I was fucking
right.
dying laughing.
I bet behind the scenes you were ready to kick off on you. You just
So
who the fuck?
I'm going to mod another.
Oh, he's just clicked. I love it when he does this. He does this all the freaking time. He'll go like, "Oh yeah, you know what'd be really cool," and then, or I'll go to him. "Oh, have you tried doing that?" I
want to see if I can add another stick in there and see if I can make it the C buttons.
I mean,
so it can be like PlayStation.
Yeah, there you go.
There
you go.
That's been my week.
Happy days. Yeah.
How are you? What's happening?
Oh man, I have had one busy week. I am no longer living the best dad life. I have gone back to work, and oh boy, has that
the
been
working dad
awful.
life.
Yeah.
When do we start getting like paternity leave that's like 8 months long? When did we get that?
I didn't.
You know, equality and all
it
that
was
stuff.
just the way it worked out.
No,
yeah,
but I'm saying like in general,
like,
no, but like with your holidays, like.
I mean,
everybody's
I think we should
like,
have.
Except when it comes to dads getting time off after their sprogs are born. We're like, get the fuck back to work, you dick.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I love the fact that I've had so much time away from that place. I did have a really good stretch, and do you know what? Like, I didn't really want to go back, and then work was chaotic because, of course, I've been off for a fair amount of time, and I've been trying to catch up with everything. So that was not fun, and it just felt like, I mean, I'm back into the swing of it now, but it's been a bit of a time. But unfortunately, I didn't have as much time as I'd like to be able just to chill and play games, to be truthfully honest with you, which sucks. And I don't know why. I think I know why, actually, but I don't know why I've had the sudden urge to want to play the Yakuza series again. I've not played the
Dead Souls. No, Dead Souls. What's it called? The zombie
Demon
one.
Souls. Yeah.
No, the
not Demon Souls. I can't remember. I got the zombie Yakuza game. Yeah, I want to play that.
Aye.
But
because you need to.
Do you know, as I was saying all that, I remembered why I wanted to play like a dragon. So, I was listening to Digital Foundry this week, and they were talking about apparently that's one of the Yakuza games they're actually putting in I can't say it. I can't say it. Daytona USA 2, the arcade Model 3 arcade machine. They've actually put that into one of the Yakuza games, or they're going to be putting it into one of the Yakuza games.
Like the full game.
So I was like, Yeah, I think so. I mean, I to be truthfully honest with you, I don't know that. That was just a random guess, but I absolutely love the idea of jumping on Yakuza Like a Dragon and playing some arcade games. Maybe if you're listening now and you know, let us know down below or on the Discord or something. Because yeah, I kind of feel like I want to get into that anyway. I know there's a ton of mini games in it anyway. You can do like what is it? You can do like karaoke and stuff like that. So there's a lot of fun to be had in those games, but I've not delved into too much of Like a Dragon. So all of a sudden I'm like, I really want to play that. And meanwhile, I'm stuck in work with, you know, that meme with the dogs just drinking a coffee, everything's fine, and the fire behind. That was me in work. I was like, yeah, this is fine. This is great.
I'm sure you've got
Give
your
me more
fancy
coffee.
pants Steam Deck. You can play it on that in work.
Well, I could, but that wasn't going to happen this week. It was just too much stuff.
Attitude, wouldn't it?
Not with that attitude
Sort
at all. I know. I need to sort my shit. Sort
yourself out, James.
My life
I know you're watching.
Yeah, I am watching. Yeah. So yeah, I've been just doing all that sort of stuff really, but I'm back to having a bit of time off again now, so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I've got a wicked video coming out very soon that I'm very excited about. Wicked. I got to actually have some quality time with you last week as well, and we watched Tropic Thunder.
Oh my god. It was so fucking long since I've seen that movie last, and I actually forgot how fucking good it was.
Honestly, I mean, well, you saw and you heard. I was just chuckling.
Oh, it was amazing.
I was chuckling for ages.
I was like,
I forgot how amazing it was.
It was like midnight. We watched it as well after like loads of fucking DVD. We're like, you know what? Fuck this game. Let's watch Tropic Thunder.
And it was the best. I absolutely would do that every day of the week if I could. Hang out with my boy and play some video games. You never go full. No, I'm not saying that on here. But yeah.
And cancel.
And well, you know, you've been trying. Happy. You've been trying. Yeah.
Oh, such a good fucking movie.
So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. So yeah, that you know, that was a good end to my little stretch off. That was
a good
quite happily do it.
A good few days of gaming.
Yeah,
but
I've been digging DVD as well.
We didn't really sit and play anything.
Like, not really, no.
It kind of flew past,
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, absolutely did. One minute it was like, oh, here I am. The next minute it's like, oh yeah, there you go. You're back in work. Everything's back as it was, you know, before you even went anywhere. And now I'm like, oh, well, that sucks. But the only good thing about it is it means we're just getting that ever closer to Portland. Because we were mentioning this earlier. We literally, it's for us right now. What did I say it was? It was something like 27 days. 27 days. So
well, even then,
that is.
I'm over to you in 24 days.
Oh, stop it! So that's like 12. Nearly 3 weeks away.
Aye.
Yeah, nearly 3 weeks, and we get to hang out. Oh man, life is good. Life is good.
Yeah,
so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I am 100% looking forward to that. So I just, I need to start. I was saying this to you earlier as well. We really need to seriously start thinking about getting all our shit together. Because, you know, I haven't got anything really sorted for Portland just yet. No. Like, I need to go out and start buying some stuff. Yeah. I was actually speaking to KB the other day and Kenzie and everyone, and they were asking for Tato crisps.
Oh, Tato's, eh?
And I was like, I can't get them over here.
I'm going to get loads of stuff to bring over, aye.
Yeah,
I'm going to get one packet of Tato's, and I'm going to throw it in the middle of them all. And
watch who fight. Yeah, I was like, I can't get that over here. Like, you'll have to speak to Graham.
Oh, I know.
Apparently, the cheese and onion ones are the ones to go for. I mean, actually, let's just talk about this very quickly now, right? Tato crisps, they are amazing. Which ones would you say are the best flavor?
Cheese and onion.
Has to be
cheese and onion. Like, you know, a crisp piece. Like, they're the perfect.
Everything.
Perfect crisps for them. Satisfying, squishy crunch.
Put them in a sandwich.
That's what I just said.
Oh, sorry.
That's what a crisp piece
squishy.
Is.
You were implementing it, but I didn't hear you say sandwich, so my bad.
I said piece.
Oh, is it?
A crisp piece.
Oh,
Aye. Do you know what a piece is?
No. That's probably why I didn't understand.
Has Mike not
Obviously,
told you
that
what a
meant
piece is?
sandwich.
Like a cheese piece?
No.
Or a jam piece?
No.
Oh,
No.
it's a piece of bread.
Oh, there you go.
How do you do that?
That's why I didn't get the reference.
Crisp,
you know, I
crisp
just say it
sandwich.
like.
Oh, I thought you were.
Right,
I thought you'd been.
I know.
You never go full.
No. Behave yourself. Behave yourself.
But no,
Oh man.
because I'm not bringing over, and I'm not bringing over an empty suitcase, so I am going to be putting
No.
stuff in it. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
so,
I'm pretty much going to be doing the same, and I'm looking forward to going shopping.
aye.
I know that's a weird thing for a guy to say, but the Target has some really cool clothes and stuff like that. I'm debating whether to buy a Hawaiian shirt here or wait till I get over there.
Well,
'Cause I feel like they might have better ones.
They go the official. Like I'm going
Yeah.
to wait. I'm going to have to wait till I get over there to get a shirt anyway.
We'll have to make it happen. I'll have to make it
Sunday,
happen. I'm literally going over
Sunday.
with like.
I'm going in. I'm wearing my kilt, a Hawaiian shirt, and a pair of shoes, and that's it. And my fanny pack. My
Get your fanny out.
My
Oh yeah.
fanny.
Like, I can't wait. I honestly like as it's getting closer, I'm getting so hyped up. I gotta rein it back in. Still like just over another 3 weeks. Still got a while to go yet.
3 weeks, 3 days until I'm over.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so good. I honestly like you. Oh yes.
Oh, we booked. Me and the wife booked Amsterdam as well.
Well, that's interesting. You say that. When are you going to Amsterdam?
February.
I might not be there then. One of our topics is got a reference, but I'll get into that in a bit. But that's amazing. So what sort of things I've done Amsterdam before, and my experience was a bit out there. But go on, what are you wanting to experience out there?
I've been to Amsterdam once by myself, and I got stoned as fuck with a bunch of Canadians.
That's exactly what happened to me.
I got pissed as a fart in the hotel bar by myself, and then challenged a load of English to fight. And then,
well, I don't blame you for that. I know. I don't see an issue with that.
Then I lost my phone, and I was by myself. Like I literally went over by myself, and I lost my phone, and then didn't have any money, and I'd literally had like 20 quid left to get from Amsterdam to Scotland. Like I had my ferry, I had my ferry booked already, so I had my ferry booked for Amsterdam, well, for Eindhoven or wherever it was, over to, I think it was Newcastle. Newcastle it pulled into, and then I had 20 quid left, and I was like, "Fuck, how am I going to get home?" Because the trains were like 40. The bus that I found was like 35. I was like, "Fucking hell, I've only got 20 quid." And then I went to the bus station, and then it was like peak times. So say like we got into the port. I got into the port at like fucking 8 o'clock. So peak time was between like 8 and 12. But if I waited to 1, the bus was like 17 quid. So I literally went over. I went over to Germany, to Frankfurt, and then just worked my way north to Amsterdam.
Did you have to eat some sausages along the way? Did you?
Sausages? Nah, I actually didn't. I didn't even offered. Like,
what? You went to Frankfurt and you didn't have any sausages?
Oh, you mean actual sausage? Alright, I had actual sausage. Aye.
Oh,
I had a McDonald's as well, which is weird because I had like a $5 in my pocket and I was hungry. And they had like their kebab over in fucking Frankfurt. It was like the shit. Like, no, it wasn't Frankfurt. It was fucking. Oh, it was Frankfurt. Sorry, it was Frankfurt.
Yeah.
And then Cologne. And
I was gonna say because German food is incredible. Like I've done Germany and that's amazing.
At the hostel where I was staying, there was like a kebab shop like right underneath it, and they had like the proper shredded kebab.
Yeah,
and,
the
they were
real
just
stuff.
Fucking loading it into the pita, and I swear to God,
not chewed up
the
feet
pita
or whatever.
was like that, but the kebab was like this.
Oh, nice.
And it was like €3 as well. It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know. I can't say for what it's like now because I haven't been over to Germany for a good 15 years, I'd say. But oh my God, yeah. The food over there is like amazing. It's all fresh and it's it was dirt cheap. I don't know how Europe is coping at the moment in that sort of inflation market. But oh my God, yeah, absolutely amazing. So yeah. I'd be sad if you told me you didn't go to Frankfurt and eat a sausage.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
But no, fair enough. Okie dokie. Should we just get into it then?
Nah.
Let's have a look at some of the new stuff.
Nah.
Nah. Are you alright just chatting to you? Cool.
I'm already just calling it a day now if you want, like. Aye. Thanks for watching.
No, I wanted to talk about quite a few things here. As we're talking about Amsterdam, I will talk about this first. So there has been something happening over in the Van Gogh Museum over there. The Van Gogh
Museum. The Van Gogh Museum.
What did I say?
Museum.
Mausoleum. Yeah, over in the mausoleum. So they've announced a new collaboration. I can't apparently speak today.
Collab.
A new collaboration.
That's why we should have called that day 15 seconds ago.
yeah, I know.
But, yeah.
No, they've announced a new collaboration with the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam from the 28th of September. So what they are doing, they are putting up pieces of artwork that look insane. So they're Pokemon takes on original Van Gogh pieces. So they've got like Pikachu in the sunflowers against a countryside and backdrops and all that kind of stuff.
Do you know what this is like to me? What? It's like if you went into like fucking Midjourney, the AI fucking photo, the AI painting thing, and went, show me Van Gogh with Pikachu, and then it's just loads of this shit. Give me Squirtle in the Van Gogh river, and then it's just that's what it all looks like to me.
Honestly,
it's
I
cool.
am all about this though.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I put this in there because I actually thought this was really cool, and it's something that I would actually like to go check out. Because my wife's a big Van Gogh fan, and we went to see it, all the stuff over in New York because he's got some paintings in the MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art. But honestly, like I would go to Amsterdam, which is why I was asking when you were going, because it doesn't say how long it's going on for, I don't think. But it's saying that it starts from the 28th of September. So I'm kind of thinking I want to go to Amsterdam now and check this out. It's
to be fair, your flights over to Amsterdam are cheap enough, I don't know.
I haven't looked. I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been to Amsterdam for ages.
Oh, where did you go?
No, we weren't looking at Amsterdam.
Oh, no,
it wasn't.
It was Sweden.
Yeah, it was Sweden where it was. Yeah.
I was like, I'm sure you were only there like a couple of months ago, but not Sweden. You were It's
no,
all the same place.
It was Switzerland. I was actually in a few months ago, but
Jesus Christ,
but Sweden we were talking about as well. Beat it up there at one point. We were like, flights are just we'll just go over to Sweden instead, and then I don't know. It just never happened.
I would 100% love, like, me and you to go to Reykjavik. I'd love to go to Iceland.
That would be amazing.
Just so I can like run around the place and lift stones and.
Yeah, you could be the real life man mountain.
I can run over.
Screw that guy that reckons he's hard. Graham's harder. Yeah.
He's only 2 foot taller than me, like whatever. Fuck you.
It doesn't matter.
He could be the mountain. I'll be the hill.
You heard it here first. So yeah, so they put a little teaser event of this, and it does look really cool. So I definitely want to go check that out. So yeah, maybe it might be on the cards. Who knows?
I would be too pushed myself, to be honest.
That's fair.
Mostly because I find museums, especially portrait and painting museums, very boring. I'm not one of these guys who goes and is like, yes, I see how they use the slight blue here against this rough canvas. This obviously depicts angst in the artist and that, that, that shit. Like,
yeah,
like I'd go and be like, oh, that's nice. Then I'd move on and be like, oh, that's nice. And be like,
yeah, I gotta be fair. I gotta say about this. So, I don't mind museums and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of like I was saying about this.
I love, like, when it's history stuff. I love all that shit. But when it's like painting like it's galleries and portraits, and like,
well, I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't done too many of them. I'm not like an aficionado of it all, but it's something that I do like to check out every now and again. And like I said, we went to the Museum of Modern Art. That was really, really cool. They had like pieces from like Yoko Ono in there, and they had original Van Goghs and. Yeah, she had like an entire floor of just like random Beatles crap that she'd done, and there was like half a chair, and it was all a bit out there, like, but it was still cool to see, and it's something that I can obviously say like I've seen. Some art I look at and I'm just like, do you know what? This is actually this is actually just garbage.
Garbage.
I don't understand why looking at a chair cut in half. I mean, I can go down and skip if I want to see that. But yeah, no, there is some stuff that's really good. I was just going to bring up as well. I just had to kind of jog my memory as to what the dude's name was. But do you remember Banksy? The dude who does all the paintings on the side of the wall over Bristol sort of way. We went and saw his art show in Weston-super-Mare once, and that was really cool. It was called Dismaland. It's like obviously a take on Disneyland, and it was only there for like, I think it was like 2 weeks, and tickets sold out really very quickly, almost instantly. And there was some really weird and wonderful pieces there as well. So I like all that kind of stuff as well, just stuff that's a bit different. Your generic sort of like Tate Modern in London sort of stuff is a bit meh. I wouldn't say no to go in. Do you know what I mean? If like the kids wanted to go, I'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever. Don't bother me. But no, like that sort of stuff, not so much. But history museums is definitely where it's at. I love history museums.
Did we never go to the museum in Edinburgh? We didn't, did we?
Do you know what? That whole trip was a bit of a blur because you got me drunk and took me to a dungeon.
when you came over the second time, like when you came over a couple of years ago.
No,
did we not go?
We went. No, we just done like game shop hunting. Then we went to NQ64 and did all that kind of stuff.
We need to go to Edinburgh Museum because that's fucking amazing. Like they've got this.
You name the time and place.
Fucking massive. Well,
you name the time and place, and I'll be there.
Edinburgh Museum. Sometime next
Edinburgh
year.
Museum.
Next year.
2024. Job done.
Plan made. Solidified. There, concrete. Take that to the fucking bank. But Ollie, they have this like even when I was young, they had like a full on like massive blue whale skeleton, like suspended for the ceiling. It's been there since I was a kid, and it's still there. It is insane.
See, I've never seen that, but I have seen a real life T-Rex thing in the National History Museum in New York. No, I went to New York, and where they did all the night in museum stuff.
Oh yeah.
I went there, and the giant T-Rex in there. It's like, when you watch it on films, and you're like, like it'd be a little bit scary. No, you just look at the bones of it, and I'm like, fuck no.
Fuck that.
No. That just made Jurassic Park 10 times scarier than it ever needed to be.
Do you know what's weird though? Is the fact that something hit the Earth so fucking hard, like millions of years ago. No, it turned the T-Rex into a chicken. Imagine, like, how mad is that? Something smashed into the Earth so hard, it turned one of the apex predators into a chicken. Do you not think that's fucking mental?
I've never in my life heard someone use the analogy of turning a T-Rex into a chicken.
That's what they say. Like they say the T-Rex. They say the chicken.
Oh man,
is descendant for the T-Rex. Honestly, they say that because the bone structure and everything like that. They say that was.
Oh my god!
You wee furry fucker used to be that.
Yeah.
Unless maybe that's probably just what some guy told his chicken was pissing him off. Used to be a T-Rex, Used to be cool, man.
Used to
be big fucking massive thing. Now you're a wee fucking shitey feathery thing that lays eggs. Yeah, bastard.
Bastard. I love it.
That's weird.
So
I think that's weird to think. So imagine.
Just never heard that.
Imagine how hard you need to be fucking hit to go for that to that.
Honestly,
I think we're getting sidetracked slightly, but
we are getting a little bit sidetracked. Let's get back onto it. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is apparently from it's got nothing to do with chickens. So From Software has basically said they have 2 potential new games in development for release that are going to sort of take place after the Sekiro series, Shadows Die Twice. Miyazaki has said that he's going to need a little bit more time, but we'll tell everyone more about it when it sort of comes to fruition and takes a bit of shape. So I thought this was super cool because, we haven't really heard too much from Software. Obviously, they've just released the Armored Core game, and that's doing quite well by all accounts.
And they only released one of the biggest games there a couple of years ago in Elden Ring, and they only released fucking Demon's Souls.
I know.
Come on, give them a break,
I mean, yeah, I'm just being completely greedy and selfish, as you well know. But no, I think this is cool. I am looking forward to jumping back into another Souls game. To be truthfully honest with
I
you, it's
fucking
been
hated Sekiro with a passion.
yeah,
That's a
I
lie.
know.
I
I
didn't
remember you
hate it.
saying.
I was just shit at it, and it annoyed me.
Yeah,
I
no, I
played the game
get
for
that.
about 40 hours and only got about 2 hours into it. I was getting fucking rinsed, and I couldn't figure it out.
Mm, I I gotta be fair. I've only played a short, small amount of it, but I am liking the way From Software are going at the moment. If it's anything like Elden Ring, where it's a little bit more friendly, like user-wise, still got the difficulty spike, I'm happy with that.
You know what?
But yeah,
you know
no.
what? Do I know what the two games are going to be? I'm calling it right now.
All right, let's listen to this now. Everyone, calling it.
Bloodborne PC. Bloodborne 2 PS5.
Now,
You heard it
I
here
would
first.
like it to be that.
Sorry, Miyazaki, I know you're watching. Sorry to disappoint you, but I had to tell everybody. You know, me and Mikey, that's what I call him, Mikey, because we're like that. He told me, he was like, Graham, didn't tell anybody, but these are the games.
Yeah,
he's gonna be fucking.
I'm glad you shared that, because like all our listeners now will thoroughly enjoy that. You know, but
and if
but
I'm
honestly,
wrong, just know that he heard this and he changed his mind because he's like that.
Yeah. He's a bit, bit funny like that. But no, I'm excited to jump back into another From Software game. To be truthfully honest with you, and my favorite thing to do. Yeah, time and place, my man. You let me know, and I'll be there.
We had 10 weeks. I think we played it once. Or was it even in the 10 weeks? Because I mind we started the New Game Plus again. And
we did. I can't remember. A lot happened.
It was a busy time. We got to Margate, and then we're like, "I will play again tomorrow," and that was.
And then tomorrow never came. Yeah, we need to. I'm happy to jump back into it. You just say where and when, man.
Sounds good.
It's not a big deal. But anyways, so I don't know if you remember a week or two ago we had Gamescom in Germany.
Gamescom,
and apparently the rumors have been going around.
Apparently, a lot more happened than we were led on to believe. Apparently, everybody was like, "Hey, shit, there's nothing there." But now, apparently, there's loads of stuff coming out about secret showcases and all that shit.
So, what they're basically saying is that behind the scenes, no one really saw, but people are starting to come out and go, well, actually, they showed off the Switch too, and apparently, yeah, they were showing off some Switch 2 content, and apparently the Zelda Breath of the Wild game, the one that before your DLC game, that actually was being shown running at a much higher frame rate resolution, and yeah, it was all like singing and dancing apparently. So it was said to be running the NVIDIA DLSS technology, which uses an algorithm to upscale the output resolution of an image, enabling better performance at high resolutions. Ray tracing was apparently in effect as well, and the resulting visuals were comparable to those of the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Now, this is one of those things where, as Super Derek says, you should hype responsibly, because I don't think that we're going to get anywhere near that on the next model. And anything that you may have seen may have just been, maxed out on whatever they may have seen. And that's even if this is true. Either way, it's exciting for Switch owners, and people that are looking at upgrading to the Nintendo Switch too, because ultimately you're going to have a more capable system that is going to be able to compete with the current gen stuff. And Nintendo are doing very well still at the moment with their Switch, console. So that's that's going to be pretty good. So I'm hoping that it's going to at least be kind of close to what they're saying is going to be running on it.
Well, I am going to take it with a massive pinch of salt just now, but like I wouldn't say it's out of the realms of possibility, especially with how things have been going with handheld devices in the last 2 years, well, the Ally and the Steam Deck, and if any company can do it, it's going to be fucking Nintendo. So
the other thing they was reported was that they were actually showing this. So do you remember? Oh god, what was it? About 2 years ago, they showed off a Matrix game, Matrix Awakening. Was it a year ago or maybe I can't remember. It was a bit of time ago now. This game hasn't even released yet, so you can't really benchmark it compared to anything that you've seen so far on other systems or anything like that. But reportedly that was running on there as well. So
well, the big thing with that is that game was designed on Unity 5, so so the new Unreal Engine, sorry. So it's running a fucking tanky fucking gen, like. So if it's running that, like, again, it could be the whole fucking. Remember what game was it? Or there's been loads of games where it was like, this is gameplay footage. This is what the game looks like, and then it comes out, then it's no like that.
It's not.
So
yeah,
it could be that, like I said, it's going to be a massive pinch of salt with everything, but like at the same time, I'm not saying it's completely out the realms of possibility. It all depends on how it goes.
No. I think in reality, it's a bit like they were doing this years ago, weren't they? With like, games that were coming out on like PlayStation 3 or whatever. They'd show, they did it on most systems actually. Right? PS2, PS3, PS4, where they'll show off like this hyper high resolution thing of like, oh my God, this game's going to look like that. And then you get it and it doesn't look like that. It doesn't. I mean,
there was like one specific game that kind of triggered everybody. I can't, for the life of me, I can't fucking mind what it is. But like,
it wasn't Cyberpunk. Well, no, Cyberpunk.
No, Cyberpunk definitely fucked down. No, but there was one where it was, this is the game. I mean, and then this is what.
Even down to like Starfield, that they showed that off. That looked amazing. And the thing is with Starfield, you can actually bring it to that level of like how it looked on there. But you'd need like a really high PC graphics card, and you need to tinker with it as well. You need to actually mess around with all the settings to get this.
I think they said that. Like they asked the devs, like, why did you not optimize it? And he's like, we did, but if you wanted to play it, you'd have to fucking upgrade your PC.
It's funny you say that. I actually watched that interview, and that was probably one of the most cringiest interviews I've heard in a long time, because you could tell the guy who was interviewing.
I know it's a nice game, but why is it not optimized? Why does it not look nice?
Yeah. He didn't even say it like that. He literally said it like, so this game came out on PC, but why didn't you op? It was like, what? Like you literally look scared or just that disinterested. Like it was bonkers, but it was quite funny. But yeah, no, like I say, it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of goes, really.
But what's going to be interesting with the Switch too is the fact that I've always found Nintendo games have always been more reliant on story and characters and, content driven rather than being the nicest. Because a game can look the fucking nicest, but it can be shit. Whereas a game can look shit, but be amazing to play.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
I've always found 100%. Nintendo have always focused more on content and quality, whereas now if in handheld mode especially they can kind of come some kind of par or near enough in the same ballpark as PlayStation 5, then that'd be cool as fuck. But at the same time, I'd say a lot of people aren't going to be picking up a Switch for amazing graphics. They're going to pick up for Zelda, Mario Kart, F-Zero GX remaster, and
let's do it. I know.
You know what I mean? Like I think it's going to be like that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, as you mentioned there, Unity have been in the press recently.
Bad boys.
Yeah, they've been very well. I mean, I get it, and I also don't. So apparently, a lot of indie developers out there are really just pissed off at this. So, what's happened is the indie developers are up in arms over the changes of Unity's pricing system that will see them charged on a per install basis once certain thresholds are not met. And the developers are basically saying, look, that is absolutely absurd. It leaves them worse off. It leaves them vulnerable to abuse. It impacts on the ability to take part in game giveaways and bundles and subscription services like Game Pass. So this is going to be brought in now from January 1st, 2024, and it's just bonkers. I just think it's a little bit OTT, and I don't understand what is going on at the moment with these companies. They're like
monopoly.
Do you know what?
It's because they're the only one. They've no competition. They've no got anybody else on their level. People need to start working on bringing out their own ones. It's like what happened with Asus and NVIDIA and everything like that. They got complacent, and then AMD came along and fucking blew them with the water. Like, it's because
And
they're the
that's what we
only
need.
ones. They're the only ones that anybody can use, especially indie developers. It's
Yeah.
because they're the only one. So they've got the market share now. So they can be like, well, guess what, lads? Now you're paying us for it.
Yeah, exactly. And that is exactly what they'll be doing. So it says in the article here that on the face of it, it seems pretty reasonable. However, if you're a solo developer making 200,000 a year off an indie title that you cooked up in a Unity, you could end up paying a fraction of what it took, what you earned of sales on top of on top of that. It hardly seems unusual. But yeah, it's just the money that they're going to be making off this is big bucks. Do you know what I mean? They're making the big boy bucks, and these indie developers are basically going to struggle because, you know, for every sort of 20 cents, I think it is, they say per install, Unity are going to start earning like 0.125 of a pence out of that, and then obviously the more and more and more it generates, you know, it's gonna get huge basically. So they're gonna make the big dollar on this. They're gonna get the big cash, and it's just, I don't know, it does seem a little bit scummy, to be truthfully honest with you, to do it like that. It's like, especially like I said, I can understand why the big companies don't care because they're already making big bucks, they're taking home the big wallets and whatever, but these little guys are gonna take a bit of a hit. So
aye, it's weird because like it's after every 200,000. So like, I'm just curious, like, what would be like the biggest selling indie game ever? Because if it's like 200,000 and then the biggest one is like 190,000, then obviously it doesn't kick in. Top selling indie games of all time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Is that an indie game?
Apparently so. I don't know.
I thought Mojang were like a huge company, or is that how they broke it big?
I don't know.
Maybe?
I just googled it and it says that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I know it says right enough. Oh no.
Oh no.
I know. No, I was just curious then, like, because like they're saying it's like Minecraft and Rocket League and Terraria, which are all in the double-digit millions. Human Fall Flat, Cancer Crashers. And like, I was just kind of curious to see what the kind of average indie game download would be. Like, I suppose, but see, I don't know. Like, say you sell 10 million copies after like 200,000, like 980,000. They take 20 cents if you're 80 cents left, and then you've also got to fucking pay tax, and because they'll take their 20 cents before tax.
Of course they will. Of course they will.
I don't know.
I mean, this again, like I said, it's I don't know. Like, you've got some amazing indie companies out there doing some amazing games at the moment. It's just, I feel like this is going to cause a lot of problems in the future for indie developers that want to make a game, and then they go, but, you know, we're just going to get rinsed on that. So what's the point? It's going to deter people from wanting to use the program, which means, you know, there aren't going to be as many games, which means competition is going to go down, which means there's going to...
That's why there needs to be competitors. That's why there needs to be indie game engines specifically made for it. There needs to be, you know, what's it called? Like, alternative fucking programs to run then. Like, that's the only thing I can say just now, because it's either use it or didn't use it and didn't make a game, or use it and then deal with it and just hope that your first game only sells 199,999 copies, and then your next game sells fucking 200 million.
But that's the thing, and like a lot of these guys now are just basically saying, well, that's the last game I'm going to use on Unity. You know, I'll figure out another way, and this is definitely going to be like a goodbye for me. Ta-ra, off you go. I ain't doing this again.
Like the one thing,
you know, oh, sorry, go on.
The only thing I was going to say is, like, the one thing that I've been enjoying recently is like people who are, like working on, you know, like games for like fucking Dreamcast are coming back, and like Vita games and all that stuff. Like, I think a few of them would still use the Unity engine, but like, even I don't know, even if it's something like that, if there's like another kind of, you know, previous AAA engine you can use. But like, even then, like, at some indie games, I suppose Unreal is probably the most, No,
Yeah,
sorry, Unity.
it's the
fucking
biggest
Unity,
out there,
Jesus
isn't it?
fucking Christ.
Unity, yeah.
Aye, but I'm sure there's other ones. I'm sure there are programs you can use. But I honestly
I'm
can't
sure
think.
there are, and I'm just hoping that this is going to spur off someone that has something in the pipeline and goes, actually, now might be the good time to release it and get everyone on, and the next big thing comes along, because it does seem a bit scummy. It's all about, you know, big corporations making more money and all that kind of jazz. Cost of living's going up. I know they've got a business to run, but they're not really doing anything other than providing the program.
I
Do you
know,
know what I
they'll
mean?
be like
So-
the programs know exactly, you know, just a fucking run of the mill program. Like it's fucking top
Yeah,
notch.
I know.
Like
I know.
it's,
But
I don't know. It's
like I
it's,
say-
it's fucking it's hard to defend, but it's, you know, it's
understandable
It's
at the same time.
understandable,
Yeah, there's
like-
arguments on both sides. I do think it's a bit full, but I don't know why companies are doing this at the moment. They're just hiking the price up without sort of any sort of reason.
just because they can. Like.
Exactly, and that is it. It's just because they can. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. But hey, but do you know what is coming out very soon? I'm not particularly overly interested because I'm an Android user, but iPhone have got a new phone coming out, and I don't know if you've heard about this.
iPhone 15. I've not had an iPhone since the iPhone 4, so I'm 11 behind. I didn't really plan on
I
picking
gave
it
up on the iPhone 7 because Steve Jobs passed away, and I just felt like every phone that came out after it was that phone. Even now, I still look at, you know, people who've got the iPhone and they're doing that. Don't get me wrong, the cameras on these phones are definitely getting up there now. I always find it a joke when they go, "Oh yeah, it's better battery life," and it's like, well, yeah, because you know you've stopped optimizing the last phone you released, so the battery drains like straight away and is all wrecked, and then you expect people to upgrade like that is obviously a whole
It's
thing.
went from a 10,000
anyways,
milliamp hour to a 12.5 thousand
Yeah.
milliamp hour. Oh, you bastard!
Oh,
You've an extra 30 seconds with your battery. Oh fuck!
Oh, I know.
And then over the course
that
of the next
isn't-
year, we're going to send loads of updates to fucking trash your battery and make your phone just keep using shit in the background so your battery starts to die quicker. And then you think
and
your
then we'll
phone's
tell you
fucked
that you
you?
can't do.
And they're like,
We
here's the
can't-
iPhone 17.
Hey, there you go.
Thanks.
Give us your money.
Thanks, Phil.
But no, I will say Apple does still have some good stuff on their phones. But this new phone now, they've got an A17 Pro chip in it. Now, why would anyone care about that? Well, it's got the ability to do ray tracing graphics on a flagship phone. And what they're saying is that now they're doing mobile versions of what is it? Resident Evil Village, little game you might know. Another
Village.
one, Resident Evil 4 remake.
That's not even a good one.
Village. Another little game you might know, Assassin's Creed Mirage. Apparently is coming to it. Assassin. I know that series hasn't been my jam for a long time, but and also Walking Simulator, aka Death Stranding, is apparently able to run natively on the phone now because the A17 chip is just that powerful. So that I thought that was quite cool to kind of have, you know, these console PC experiences on a mobile phone. We were at that point now. You know, I remember emulating, like, you know, SNES and NES and thinking that was.
I'm pretty sure I've done a video of that a couple weeks ago.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you did too. But to actually natively be able to play these games on an iPhone, I think is also very cool.
So you can believe these games running on an iPhone, but you have difficulty with a company like Nintendo, who specialize in handheld gaming, who have got one of the biggest selling handheld consoles in the fucking history of the planet. You're like, nah, they'll not be able to do it. iPhone can do it, but no, not Nintendo.
Again, it's all down to the chips and the processors and all that kind of stuff. And with Nintendo, as I said in the previous thing,
do you want another thing as well?
Their hardware is going to be upgraded, so they should be able to keep.
But do you know what another thing as well?
This is brand
do you
new
know
technology.
Do you know how much the iPhone 15 is going to cost? 12.
Oh, probably about 12 grand.
12 grand.
Yeah, 12 grand.
It's going to cost them 1,200 quid. It's legit.
1,200 quid.
Going to cost 1,200 quid. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to have to mortgage your fucking house and sell a kidney if you want an iPhone. Fucking. If you want to be able to play Assassin's Creed on the bus, go for it. By all means.
That's your selling point. When you're on a bus, play Assassin's Creed.
Because you're not going to be fucking driving anywhere. because you have to sell your car, you have to fucking remortgage your house, you have to sell a fucking kidney and rent out your butthole for a couple of weeks before you even think about it. You'll be the ass in. But you know, either way.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I still think it. I'm glad that at least Apple is getting into that game of like being able to play proper games on your phone. Because you know they were really good at one point in time with the games they used to be able to play. You know, they used to have. Then they brought in like the arcade thing, and then it all went to like nonsense games. I haven't checked too much of it out, but
I can remember getting my first iPhone 3, the iPhone 3G. Was it 3G? I was I. And I remember playing it on the 3G, bus. Yeah. I remember opening it on the bus and playing it, and the first thing I downloaded was fucking the Need for Speed game that was on all the adverts.
Oh yeah.
I remember you were fucking addicted to it, and I missed my stop and everything. I was like,
oh man, it for me it was Flappy Bird, not Flappy Bird, Angry Birds.
Oh, Angry Birds.
That was it. Angry Birds. That game was my jam on the iPhone. I love that. And what was the other one? There was another game. I can't remember what it's called now. It's like a run and gun thing, and you just have to swipe left to move. And Jungle Run, I think.
Jungle Run,
something like that.
Oh, no, Subway Surfers as well, man. Subway Surfers is fucking addictive.
I never played Subway Surfers.
It's amazing. Me and Marie got fucking hooked on it years ago.
Oh, did you?
And we used to sit and try and beat each other's scores. We'd actually race each other.
Oh man, that's amazing. But yeah, so you know, since those sort of game days, I haven't really thought of it much, to be honest with you, with the hardware and stuff on there. But I still think that is very cool for iPhone users. I mean, my phone will be able to run a lot of that sort of stuff. So not that I mean, I have played.
Your Steam Deck will be able to run it, but can your Steam Deck phone anybody? Does it fit in your pocket? No.
Yeah.
So your Steam Deck is invalid.
I've just got those trousers from the 90s. Remember the big old and the thousands? You remember the ones? Yeah. Yeah.
I remember the super big ones. Yeah,
I can. Yeah, I can. Yeah, no, I just fit it in there. It's fine. Job done. You don't need anything else. Yeah. Oh man, do you remember? Sorry, you reminded me. Do you remember the N gauge? You remember that thing? You used to like, have to hold it on the side. Oh man,
you know what's annoying as well? Remember the fucking the fucking Sony Xperia Play phone? I mean the PlayStation one.
I used to have that. That was amazing.
Do you know what's fucking annoying? Is I remember the shop I used to work in Scotland. I remember one of them coming in and like it only being like a tenner we gave the guy. And I remember it being in a box for fucking ages, and I'm almost certain it's going to still be in the box in the back office. So I'm half tempted to go in and be like, "Is that phone still there?"
You should. I would. Oh man, that actually the Sony Xperia Play, it's called. I'm still trying to get my hands on that because that's basically like another version of the PSP.
Yeah. I'll be trying to find that as well.
I'd love.
Have you got the PS TV?
Yes, I've got the PS TV. Yeah.
What about the PSX thing? Or the PS? What's it called? I mean the big box, the big white box.
The big white box.
Aye. I can't remember what it's called.
What's the big white box?
It's called like the PSX or something like that, isn't it?
Oh no, I haven't got that.
Do you know what I mean?
PSX,
it's called that, isn't it?
Yeah, I know the one you're on about. Yeah, no, I haven't got that.
I need to
that's that's one of those things that I wouldn't mind picking up.
PSX.
Yeah.
Is it called that?
Yeah, PSX. Yeah, it's like a PS2, like a better PS2 hybrid sort of thing. I can't remember. I don't know too much about it.
Anyway.
But yeah, there's still a few consoles or like things like that I want to pick up, and the Sony Xperia Play is one of them. Just to have it. I've actually looked before online, but most of them are battered now, and they just
have a look
the
on
screens are wrecked and. Ooh.
Did you look at the link I sent you earlier on about the consolizer?
Yes. Yes. Can we talk about that? Can you just explain about that? Because I'm quite hyped about this.
So a lot of the mods recently that I've done have involved Raspberry Pis and Picos and stuff like that. And the latest one was the Pico DVI, which is the HDMI mod for the N64. The Raspberry Pi Pico is a £4, like a €4 microcontroller board. Fucking tiny. Apparently it's doing fucking everything. And people now, I can't remember what the guy's name is, but he's now managed to attach a Pico to a couple of other different boards and turn a Game Boy, a DMG, into one of these consolizer mods. So it's got HDMI out, it's got Bluetooth, It's got upscaling. It's got all that stuff, and it looks unreal. And it's the fact that these things, like I put all the components in my basket earlier on because you need like a couple of boards, you need like USB-C plug, you need resistors and all that stuff. All the components themselves, including like excluding the Game Boy, that is, all come to like 25 quid. So if you've got like a Game Boy kicking around,
amazing.
Literally you could just waste some skill. Like you can end up just making one of these fucking consoleizers, and you know these consoleizers for Game Boys are going for fucking crazy money lately. And the fact that like this modding community now is like just they're seeing one thing and are going to be like, I can replicate that a lot cheaper over here. Because mind the picture I put in the chat the other day comparing the Pico DVI to the Kaiko cable. It's fucking mad. And like that's apart from being a pain in the arse to install, it realistically only costs 15 quid. Like through components and everything like that. Yeah. Which is fucking crazy.
It's wild to see what these things are doing now, and you sent it over to me, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm very tempted to get involved with that as well. So if you do buy the components, let me know, because I got a Game Boy here that we could do that with.
I've got 2 Game Boys in there.
Amazing.
2 goose fucking Game Boys.
There you go. We'll have to get on it then. But honestly, it's amazing. And I love it. And also going back to that Kaiko thing as well. You know, we were having a little discussion about that as well. Sort of saying about the differences between the two. And you were saying that obviously the Pico DVI was a lot clearer. So that's just like a little board thing that you installed, isn't it, into the N64?
The Pico DVI itself is basically the Raspberry Pi Pico that's attached to the video processor chip inside the 64, but you need to also attach the HDMI board to the other side of the Pico DVI. So like it goes N64 into the Pico into the HDMI link then. But like even that, like the comparisons between the two are insane. Like they've both got pros and cons. Like the Kaiko cable has got a good picture and good audio, whereas the Pico DVI has excellent image quality, but horrendous audio. Properly horrendous. The audio encoding in it, it's just not quite there yet. Like it's just one of these homemade things where it's still getting, it's still getting,
people are still messing about with it, and still figuring out,
still releasing things, but apparently it's only affected a certain number of people, so it doesn't seem to be affecting everybody. So it might be down to model, it might be down to components, it could be down to fucking soldering, it could be anything. But it's hard to say. Installing the Pico DVI was a fucking nightmare. So if you're
I think you sent it to me the one day, and it just looked like spaghetti. You just put spaghetti over your. Hold on, here we go for the video users. Have a look at this thing.
This is the.
He sent me that. I was like, "What is that?" It literally looks like a spider spaghetti web. It's just stuff everywhere. But I will say the output is incredible. It does look really, really good. But like it's a shame about the audio though.
That's like I said, it doesn't play well with the USB-C mod. But I don't know if that's down to the battery. That may be due to the fact that the battery is only a 3.7, where it needs 7.4. So I don't know. Maybe if it needs a better battery for it to work. Because everything I've looked at, it needs 7.4 because it's got a 12 volt rail inside it, and it's got a 12 volt and a 3.3. No, it's got a 12 volt and a 5 volt. I think something like that. And then
I'll just agree with you because I have no clue now. I'm like, cool.
It gets fucking confusing. It's like a 12 and a 5 or a 12 and a 3. I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head just now. But like a standard battery is like a 3.7 volt. So to power that kind of 12 volt really needs like a bigger battery.
Yeah, but the power draw from it is huge. So
it's pulling. Need a lot more. You solder the power for that into the 5 volt line. So whatever it's drawn off that to power that, it's just not enough to power the whole console. But
the only thing it's missing. Sorry, go on.
No, but again, it might just be a bigger battery.
Yeah, I was going to say the only thing it's missing is about 18 LEDs. To be honest with you,
coming soon. Well, this is the
right.
This one here's the project I was telling you about.
Right. Well, the thing is I've got a project coming up that I really am hoping that you can help me out with anyway on all this sort of stuff. So, you know, obviously the hardware is slightly different, but you know, whenever you say stuff like this, I'm just thinking, I wonder if that can be done to that.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna lie to
Like
you.
I was the exact same with the Bluetooth audio on that, because
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if this can be done, because I know where the power points are, I know where the ground points are. I wonder if this can work. I know where, like, I've figured, like, I learned where all the video processing points are. So like for your for the component out and the audio and all that stuff, like I seen where all that was. So I was just like, I wonder if this will work. And then it fucking worked.
Yeah.
And it blew my fucking head off when I tried it, because I had this headphone in. These are only
Oh
Bluetooth
yeah,
ones
I remember you saying you went,
and it blew my head off.
Aye. That's amazing. That is amazing.
It's mental as fuck. Like,
yeah.
but there's loads of fucking stuff. Loads of stuff going on out. Fucking ideas of what.
Well, we should do an episode just on mods. I think at some point. I think we should just talk about all different mods that we want to do, looking at working on mods that you have done. I know we've briefly touched on it before, but I think this sort of stuff there is plenty to talk about as well. So you know, definitely
that could be next week's episode if you want.
It very well could be. I haven't got a problem with that.
Why?
However, there is one thing that we do need to be talking about next week, because this is actually happening tomorrow. Nintendo have just dropped that they will be doing a 40-minute presentation on what's basically coming out towards the end of the year and over the winter. So that goes then into the beginning of next year. So obviously there's some stuff that we do know about. But I'm hoping there's a lot that we don't.
Everybody's already pissing on about, like, the amount of people that I've seen on, like, Instagram and all that, like, guess I'll just be disappointed now, will I? Fuck off. Like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Honestly, like, and those sorts of keyboard warriors that do my head in, because it's just like these guys are trying their hardest to work on games and get it out in time.
Well, it's not like it's not every fucking Nintendo Direct can be a fucking home run. Like, they didn't need fucking world premieres every fucking Nintendo Direct. They're literally showing.
They don't do that, because I would never watch them.
The works. This is what is happening. This is what we're working on. Like, not every fucking Nintendo Direct's going to be some fucking stellar fucking presentation. Like,
yeah. So there's some stuff that, you know, people are obviously aware is going to be in there. So obviously there's the Super Mario Bros. Game
Wonder.
Is it Wonder?
Yes.
That's probably going to be talked about. They're on about what's that?
That's 100% going to be talked about.
Oh yeah. And then they're also going to be talking about some other stuff as well to do with Detective Pikachu Returns.
Super Mario RPG.
I mean, come on.
I hope that has online. I really, really hope that's got online. I
do too. But one of the things that people have started wondering now is Metroid going to be announced now? Are they at a point where they can show something off and at least allude to when it's going to release? You don't think so? No.
You know what's going to be released though? Do you know what they're going to show?
Go on.
F-Zero GX Remastered.
That is what I hope is going to be shown, because that game needs to come out. I mean,
but that's been rumored and spoken about for, like, you know, it's been mentioned. It's kind of been dropped. It's been sprinkled here or there. You know, even with Reggie talking about it fucking there last year about the remaster. Telling you, it's going to happen.
It would be good. It would be very good, and it'd be good to see what is going on. I know there's the Suikoden games. I know they've been pushed forward now. I think it's Suikoden. Suikoden. I don't know. I've heard loads of different people say it different ways. I don't know. I don't know how you say it, but you know what I'm on about when I say it. The Suikoden games have been pushed forward to next year now, which is unfortunate. Just kind of hoping they would come out, but it'd be interesting to see if they could at least show off some of that. Personally, I would be excited to see that, because those games are awesome. But I mean, I'm looking forward to just checking out and seeing what they got, because you know, they might surprise us. You know, I'm hoping they do something a bit like Live Alive, where they show off, you know, maybe a remastered version of an old game. You know, I'd like to see something, you know, maybe from the Mother series, you know, Earthbound.
I was
I'd
literally
like to see...
just about to say either Earthbound or Chrono Trigger.
That would be amazing.
But like, to be fair,
Chrono Trigger, I don't think needs to be touched.
no, but like, I was more meaning along the lines of like for the
the online.
Aye.
Yeah.
I was thinking more along the lines.
Well, Earthbound 2, I believe, is on. Sorry, Earthbound 2. Mother 2, which is Earthbound, is on the NSO.
Was it?
Apparently, yeah. I haven't played on there. I've been wanting to check it out on another device that I'm going to talk about from a video that's at the time of recording coming out on Friday. I know. So I want to check it out on there, but it would be very cool if they did release you know, some more stuff there. Whether they will or not, I don't know. I haven't been following it enough to have any sort of inkling about what the rumors are, what people are talking about, what leaks have been out. This literally just dropped and was like, yeah, tomorrow, here we go. We're doing it.
That's funny because like a load of people last week were like, there's not going to be one in September. There's not going to be one in September. Nope.
Not September. Lo and behold, the date of it is the 14th of September.
Nintendo were like
7 a.m. PT, 10 a.m. EST, which means it will be at 3 p.m. our time.
Yay, maths.
That's right. I was just counting on my fingers because my brain has completely gone to mush because I'm still very sleep deprived.
Counting with your toes under your desk.
Yeah. So there we go. So that is something we will.
I'm looking forward to the direct. I'm looking forward to Wonder RPG and the imminent announcement of F-Zero GX Remastered or a new F-Zero game.
That's right. Who knows? But that is definitely something we will talk about next week for sure. So watch this space. But as for that, I think we're done, Betty. I think we're good to go.
I think that's it. I don't know anything else really to talk about, is there? Anything else?
No.
Anything else on your remind, James?
Not right now. Nothing's popped into my head. So I'll just say thank you everyone for watching, and we'll catch you next week.
Bye.